What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm Vlog. My name is Kevin, and yeah, we got some bologna on the smoker, but you're gonna have to go check out our other video to find out about the smoked bologna. And the reason we did that is we had so many people comment on one of our last videos when we smoked some bologna that had no idea what it was, said they have never tried it. So go check out that video when it comes out. Alright guys, so what today's video is, man, yesterday I was so busy. We went to the state of Kansas and picked up a goat chute that we can put it over here by our barn. We got a little corral kind of set up, but we don't really have a chute or anything to like trap the goats in and work them. And if you guys know anything about raising goats, man, them things are they're kind of tricky to work here and there, especially when you're by yourself. So this goat chute we picked up is a used one. It's been sitting in a barn for a long time, so it's super dirty, but I'll show you guys here in a little bit. But anyways, I still got the truck and trailer hooked up. Yesterday, I don't know how many miles I drove, but had my dad go with me, and we went and picked up this goat chute up in Kansas. It's about an hour and a half away, not too bad. Then we went and picked up something else for the goats. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but it's like Christmas around here for the goats. I'm not sure if they're gonna like this goat chute or not, because that means they're gonna be doctored and they're gonna be checked here and there. A lot easier for me and Rachel to work these goats. Once we get this little corral set up the way we want it, we can run all the goats in there, put them in this little chute, lock their heads up, and then we can work their feet. We can deworm them if we need to. We can give them medicine. Just makes things a lot easier when you have a goat farm. So don't beat me up too bad. This chute, it saved us a lot of money. We got it about half price of what it cost new. Like I said, it's kind of ugly right now. It's been sitting in a barn for, several years. And another story about this barn. So we went up to this old farm up in Kansas, and I found this chute on Craigslist. We went up there yesterday, picked it up, and when we pulled up, I was like, oh, it must be in that old barn. So the lady takes us into this old barn, and then the guy shows up, her husband, and starts telling us about this barn, and they were fixing to redo some stuff. But this barn was built in 1885. It was really cool. But anyways, guys, here is the chute, and we are fixing to get busy. Well, I say we. I am fixing to get busy cleaning this bad boy. I'm gonna break out the power washer. Hopefully, it's still running, and we're gonna try to get this thing cleaned up. So here's a little bit of how this works. There's a lot of people that probably has never seen one of these. So you're gonna have some panels right here, and you're gonna have like a run. So you got a way to put panels on both sides of this. So you're gonna have a run coming in here, and you kind of want to turn it so they can't see what they're getting into, because goats are pretty smart. But anyway, this has a handle on it. You can just pick it up like this, let the goats run in there. You can get 2 or 3 goats in there, then they're trapped. Right? They're trapped in this little section here. Then this is the actual chute where you work them. And this is the head gate. If I get this one handled or not. But let's see if I can do it. These here, alright, hold on. These here will go either way. So what you do is you open this up. You open this, get one goat in there. The goat tries to run here, sees a little opening. As soon as his shoulders push up on this, it goes like that and locks him in. So his head's right here. Then you can come over here, and these here swing open. You can get on either side of the goat and work them however you need to. So I'm gonna put a little elbow grease in here and a little I got some WD-40. I bought a whole can of WD-40. I'm gonna try to grease everything. They did have it sitting in the barn out of the weather, but it's super dusty. I think it was an old chicken pen. So I'm gonna do my best to try to clean it off, and then we'll get to throw some WD-40 on all the moving parts and see if we can't get this thing looking a little better. Let's go check out what we got in the shop. All right, guys, so I picked up another item for the goats, like I was telling you guys. This is a big hay feeder. It's for round bales. Right now I got it up on end because I spent last night, I came out here while it was cool and nice outside, and I got most of it primer painted. And I got it flipped up on side now because the main thing you want to protect is the bottom. This is what's going to be sitting in all the in the goat poo and on in the mud and grass and the wet. So we had this custom made. I went in with another owner that has a Spanish goat herd here in Oklahoma that's about 30 minutes from us. And we went in together and had a welder custom make these for us. I'll flip it over here in just a minute, but I wanted to show you guys. I tried my best to put like 3 or 4 coats on here of the primer paint, just to try to do our best to protect it from rust. And this thing is pretty good heavy gauge steel that he used to weld it with, but you know, like anything else, if it sets down in the goat poo or the mud for too long, it will start to rust. So I got a couple layers of paint on here, primer, and hopefully that'll do our best to protect it. Let me set this camera down and I'll try to flip this thing over and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so we got it flipped back over, and this is how it works. Take your hay bale and you stick the end over there in here like this, the round part's like that, and the goats come in, they can get underneath it pretty good down here, and they can just eat from underneath or on the sides. And what this does, this cuts down on a lot of waste. For anyone that raises goats, know how bad they waste hay. They'll try to climb on your hay bales, they'll pee and poop all in it, and then none of them want to eat it. So this keeps the hay off the ground, keeps it from falling on them, it keeps it fresh where they can't really climb on it. I'm sure they'll figure a way to climb on it, but not as easy as they would as just a hay bale sitting on the ground. So this thing is going to save us some money, it's going to save us time. We had a guy custom build it, like I said. If anybody's interested and you live around Northeast Oklahoma, let me know and I can hook you up with the guy that makes these. They're not too pricey. I look at it as an investment because it will save us money and time in the long run. But anyways, this is the projects I'm going to be working on today. I'm going to get busy, start working on this chute out here. I'm going to get my power washer out, move my truck out of the way, hook up the water hose and try to get it cleaned up. And hopefully I don't have to put no soap on it. I think the power washer will do pretty good. But then we'll come in here and finish painting this hay feeder. Alright guys, so I got it pretty much washed off. I got all the dirt dauber nest, all the cobwebs and all that washed off. Now I'm going to take some WD-40 after it dries and kind of wipe it down, spray all the hinges, everything that moves. I'm going to try to spray down with WD-40 just to try to grease it up a little bit and try to keep things from rusting. There's not very much on here that can rust. It looks like most of this is galvanized and it's been powder coated. Well, not all of it's galvanized, but I thought I seen some of it was. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I might go back and touch up some of the paint. I think this is the only part that I saw that was galvanized. I don't know why that is galvanized and the rest isn't. But anyways, this should last a long time. I'm gonna try to grease it up like I said, try to preserve it a little bit because we'll probably have it sitting outside in the rain, but it don't really hold water, so it should be fine. But now I need to get in here while this is drying and try to finish painting this hay rack, hay cradle, whatever you want to call it, so I can get it put out in the barn for the goats. It's not quite fall time. Still got a lot of green grass, still got a lot of trees with leaves on it and everything, so they're not needing the hay yet, but I need to get out of the shop. So I want to try to get it painted and get it put out in the barn maybe sometime this weekend. Alright guys, so the choice of color that we're doing, this is a primer paint, so it's basically a primer that's going to protect this metal from rust, and this is a oxide red color. We're not really too concerned about the color. A lot of people leave them just bare steel and let them rust, and they're that rusty red color. We're not too picky about that. We just want to try to preserve it because you pay good money for stuff like this and you want it to last. Alright guys, so I got like 2 or 3 more coats on this thing. I think I got it 100% covered. I think we're going to be good. So guys, this hay feeder and this chute, they're not must-haves, but they're a must-have if you want to run a goat operation as easy as possible. It's a lot of work to raise goats and to keep them healthy, maintain their health. And you know, this is something that helps out, but the chute is a huge help for me and Rachel because now we can, even the kids can help us get those goats corralled up, get them in this chute, work them, ear tag them. It'll be so much easier with their head stuck in there. You don't have to have a person holding their horns and stuff. So is it a must-have for anybody to raise goats? No. Is it a must-have if you want to make it as easy as possible? Yes, for sure. So anyways, hopefully you guys like this video. Stay tuned for future videos. We'll be setting this chute up soon, I hope. And it's about time to run our goats through the chute, and well, once we get it set up, we're going to try to run these goats through the chute. It's time for us to give all of our bigger goats the copper bolus. We try to do that biannually, so it's about time. Winter's coming up, and copper is super important in a goat's diet to maintain proper health, immunity to parasites and such. But we'll cover that in another video. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I gotta go get this bologna off the smoker. It's about time. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, smash that thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.